So when this is dismissed, he'll lose 6 health, which is good. It only has to... apply 2 composure to a random friendly target. So 0 for draw 2 cards is great. If that will deal 6 damage to him, that comboed off. It's only got 1 health here, so that'll make this one, now that that debuff is gone. Oh, but I don't have any actions left. Okay, so I'll be taking a little bit of damage here from his punch. Yeah, I've never seen a game with this kind of negotiation tactic before either, and this game in alpha is like $16, so it's not even really a full price game yet, and there's so much depth to it because we're seeing one character in one type of build, and there'll be 3 full characters on release and multiple builds per character and multiple storylines that you could take for each character. So it's kind of made to play, if I wasn't babbling the whole time, it's made to play in an hour to an hour and a half, and then just keep replaying. New characters, new stories, new builds. But that's what drew me to it. So he has 3 armor right now. Need to deal 6 damage and stop 4. So let's go ahead and brace for that. That'll set up 3 damage. How is he getting more block? I don't know how he's getting more block. But I do have enough influence to keep going. It wouldn't have dealt any damage to him, but it was a free card anyway. Okay, what is this? Oh, okay, so it has like a WoW boss raid timer mechanic where I'm spending too long doing this. So he's going to get progressively better and better and better at fighting me by getting impatient. So I think I will just... I'll apply some here to get more experience on these cards. And then with that, I'm just going to fast talk him into oblivion and win that negotiation. Okay, this is a good pull for us. And for people that are just kind of tuning in, after you do every mission or every battle, you get to pick one of 3 cards to keep adding to your deck to slow grow what's going on. And if you don't like any of these cards, you could always just take money. So there's shops that allow you to buy and edit the cards that are going on. Ergo, place a card from your discard into your hand. That's good. Double your influence, gain 3 vulnerability. I don't like the vulnerability. I don't like taking increased damage, especially in that last fight where we triggered the raid timer. We would have been getting hit in the face really hard. And intrigue, spend 1 influence, deal an additional 4 damage. So it's 1 energy to use, 2 to 3 damage, and then for 1 influence I get 4 more damage out of it. I'm all about that. Say, okay. One of you is bad enough. Clone is hiding in the slums. Not bad, Sal. At least you can deliver. Now let's see you on the follow through. So it looks like we're going to go to the slums and we're going to get our first combat of the session. You find the address that Brill gave you. Are you ready? Kalani emerges. So Kalani's another dog dude. Man, the art of this game, especially with like the little animations of just like how they're breathing and moving, is super nice. It's super crisp. I could convince him to come along peacefully, or I can attack him. So normally I'd be like, oh, I'm just going to convince him to come along peacefully, but I know you guys have been wanting to see a battle, so we're going to go ahead and fight this guy. and we'll see how the battle deck goes. So, the battle system in this game, still a card-based battle system, but it's a completely separate deck from your negotiation deck. Now, the things that you choose to battle and the things that you choose not to battle influence the decks and the cards that go into each other, but now I'm only working with the cards out of my battle deck. So, I have an Improvise, which chooses a card at random and puts it into my pool. I've got 3 straight damage, 2 to 5 damage, defense, and then 2 to 5 damage. Looks like we have health pools of 65 and 36. There is a white bar down here in his health that if you get his health below or into that white region, he will surrender, and you can choose to kill him or not. Killing him will have negative consequences, but also allows you to pick up items that he's holding. And then his buffs. He has a power of 1, which increases his damage by 1. He's got... he increases his damage by 1 again. So he's going to hit real hard off the bat. And then he inserts a random potion into our draw pile when he deals a combat damage to us. So it looks like he's going to apply a status effect to us this turn. So let's see, let's figure this out. We're not going to take any damage, I don't think, so we'll just go in. I'm punching him. And okay. So the status effect. When drawn, take 5 damage, and then I could use it to destroy the card. So I haven't drawn the card yet. So we're going to pick a grip. Gain 2 combo, spend 3 combo, deal 3 bonus damage. Apply 2 bleed. I don't have anything that uses combo yet, so I think I'm going to go with the bleed. And then he's going to deal 6 damage, or she's going to deal 6 damage to him. I will receive 10 damage, so if I can block 8 of the 10, that way I don't have to take a bunch of damage to the face. So I'm going to take damage from this. When in hand, all targets are random. That's fine. All targets can be random when I only have the 1 target. I don't want to take damage, so I want to make sure I use this card. And then I'm going to receive 7 damage. But it's also piercing, which means it's going to go through my defense anyway. I might as well spend my actions hurting him as much as possible. So I got another random damage card, which again doesn't affect me much on this battle. And how much does he have left? He's got 17, and I have to get him to 6, so 11 damage. It is possible if I high roll these, but average on this is 3, so 3 of them will be 9. Doesn't get me there. But we can try. We got, so 3, 5. Okay, we got a high roll. I don't necessarily want to execute this guy. You could choose to execute him. He's in his surrender stance. But I'll accept the surrender. We aren't using aggressive cards in our negotiation deck, and by killing him, it would put us into a more aggressive stance. But I can restore resolve, which is good, and I can pick a battle card. Thief's Instinct, Improvise, which is to choose a card at random and put it into my pool. It's a nice, nifty little trick, and it would allow me to add situationally good cards to my deck for that particular battle. So it's a common or uncommon maneuver card. So it's restricted to just the kind of blue-green cards. And then it costs 0, which is good. Deception. An attack card from your draw pile. And the next attack card played this turn deals +3 damage. And then spend up to 3 combo, apply 1 wound per combo spent. So this would be a great card if I had combo generation, and I don't have that yet. So I think I'm going to go improvise with increased damage. And because I chose to fight there instead of negotiate, I added an aggressive card, which is, while this is in your hand, gain 1 less composure from any manipulate cards, and then I could play that to destroy. So that actually will hurt me in the way that I'm building my negotiation deck. But wanted to show off the combat mechanic. Stop, I'll come. Alright, bonus pay. Let's take her in. Ah, I see you have Kalani with you. Good. And I can claim the bounty. A special delivery. I'll get you. Ah, ain't that cute. You don't often see grifters working together. Here's your payment. Sort out the details yourselves. I get paid 60. And then bonus quest restoration. Okay, so I could resolve... So I could heal myself in my arguments, or I could heal myself with my battle. Because I already have 26 out of 30 in my argument health, I'll actually try to heal my battle health. Yeah, he probably would hate me. And then I actually get a negative effect for the rest of the game because he hates me. And 50% chance to gain an ulcer card when I drink. Ooh, that's rough. But then in this game, if you chose to not do that quest or that mission, you could never even get that negative effect. Or if you chose to resolve that in a different way, you may get something different, which is pretty cool. So, where's my share? So I can choose to give her a generous share, which is 40 of the 60 I got, and then her will greatly improve my opinion. I can give her a fair share. I like how even the fair share is like not even half. It's less than a third is her fair share. Or I can keep all the money, and that would hurt her opinion of me. I don't know what money is spent on. I haven't seen a shop yet. So I'll give her a generous share and hope that this works out, that her opinion of me is worth something. So wow, you're more than I expected. You're alright. So she likes me. Oh, and I get a boon. I gain 75 shills every morning. So this is great. I ended up... So the difference between the two was like 20 or so, maybe 30 or so. I'm not a math guy. Frostbite, if you're still listening, you could figure out the math on it because you just got through that math class. But it definitely will gain more in the morning than I ever lost from her not liking me. And the bounty hunter lady likes me as well, and her party member left. Got it. So we are completed day 1. We're into night 1. Friend in trouble, located in the woods. Your friend Roak is in trouble. You have a chance to save her before it's too late, or get spark grenade, or there's a job. I think I'll go to the woods. It doesn't say if it's negotiation or battle, so I guess we'll see what it is when we get there. So I find the character. You find Rock under Lux's heel, looking one blow away from the worst day of her life. So I can save her, or I can see how this is going to play out. So he is a thug, or she's an Admiralty goon. Let's save her. You make enough of a racket to draw Lux's attention, and Rock looks up at you with wide eyes. Sal, this is nothing to do with you. The hunter said, stay out of this. So I can attack him. He's a 2-star thug, or I can convince him to leave. So this is actually an intimidation attempt. So if I can intimidate him here, it's going to lead to a battle, but I'll gain some benefit out of it. So I'm going to try and do that. I get an intimidation here. Okay. So I'm taking quite a bit of damage. Let's see what we can get improvised. This will just be more cards, more actions. Okay. That will... that should deflect all the damage that's coming in at me. And this will start applying some damage to him. So now I gotta work with my intimidation cards. So, might as well use that while I have the bonus damage on it. And I'll get rid of the aggressive. This will destroy it, so I don't have to deal with it again. I'll end up taking some damage to the face. What is this? Escalation. Increase the count when a hostile card is played. Adds 1 damage to all intents. Okay, so now when I'm playing hostile cards, it's going to increase their damage. Her damage to me, or his damage. If I can... This will defend myself from the attack, which is great. And get some more damage in there. We haven't hit the raid timer yet, so we haven't hit the increased damage on her end. 4 to 7. So I have enough to do both of these, even if I do... What happens if I drain her for 2? And then... Okay, so kind of the cheekiness, I want to get experience on both these cards. So this I know won't kill it. But this will. Good. So I get a negotiation card. So backpedal, 1 chosen card in your hand, expend it, and then apply 5 composure. So expending is removing the card for the rest of this negotiation. That may be good, because people may be like, I don't want to get rid of good cards, and you don't necessarily. But if I can get rid of a bad card, that means I don't have to draw it ever again. So I think I'm going to go with that. And then I get to upgrade a card. So because I've used this card a full 6 times, I get to upgrade it. These upgrades are also, I believe, randomly chosen. So each playthrough you may get different upgrade paths for your cards. So it normally is apply 3 composure for 1. So I could apply 4 to everything on my circle, but then I have to get rid of the card. Or I could apply 3 and draw a card. That expend is kind of tough, because if the battle goes on long enough, I don't want to be getting rid of a defense card. This will refill. I kind of like the draw card option. Okay, cool. This can go easy, or this can go hard. You step off now, and be content with the beating you gave her. Otherwise, I'm going to have to kill you. Fine, but remember this. Rorak? Oh, that's the lady we saved. Remember, I would have killed you without a second thought. Lux stalks off into the shadows, and as you help Rorak to her feet. Thanks, Sal. You actually saved my skin there. Least I can do. Come on, let's get you somewhere safe. So you take her to shelter, and after dressing her wounds, you get back on the road. So Lux doesn't like me. Okay, so doing the orange missions doesn't stop me from still being able to do random encounter. Sitting conspicuously by the side of the road, you notice an old shrine. It doesn't look Haitian, so it doesn't look like it's of this area. I can make an offering, I can meditate by the shrine, or I can leave it alone. So leaving it alone, probably not what we're going to do. We're playing a game, we might as well see what cool things happen. I can make an offering or meditate. Let's try to make an offering. Ooh. Choose a negotiation skill to remove. What do we want to get rid of? I could get rid of the red cards, but we've been needing the red card. Spend 1 influence, deal an additional 4 damage. How are we gaining influence? We're gaining influence because we're spending, losing, gaining 2. So I've got 1 card to gain influence and a bunch of cards using it. So I probably should get rid of probably one of the fast talks. This one's closest to being upgraded, so I'm going to get rid of this one. You don't know who the shrine is for, but you leave an offering in a groove on the worn down pedestal and return to the road. Alright, so that's good. It thinned our deck a little bit. Let's get back. She greets me enthusiastically. Sal, I've lined up a great opportunity for you. Those two over there are night merchants. They sell rare goods you can't get. Oh, so shops. Got it. You can't get anywhere else. And it just so happens you need your help. You could only be in one place at a time. So tell them I sent you and ingratiate yourself. Just be warned that they're both persnickety so-sos, so probably going to cheese off one of them that you don't pick. Okay, so who's the two that we get to talk to? It looks like Endo or Plaka, the swab. Endo, they're both visitors. So, though he doesn't look frail, his hands have a slight tremor when he prays. Come to distract me from my drink. Best have a good reason. Ask about the special job. Hey, I'm a friend of fish. How can I help? Tells me you're pretty good with a blade. I get by. Sounds like you need something stabbed. Is it something with 4 legs or 2? Yes? Let's just call it an infestation. And it's getting in the way of my good deeds. Okay, you guys wanted to see some combat. You've talked about combat before, so let's accept this job. It's going to make the other guy angry, but I don't even know what that job is, so it's hard for me to care about wanting to do it. You're the thrill seeker, and I'm the client. Let's go. Do you know who I am? I'm very important. Yeah, folks who say so usually aren't important. So I can buy cards, I can buy a drink. Gain card, slurred speech and tipsy, restore 10 resolve, give 22 shills. So I can restore health, So this will restore health to me. I'll get bloated in my battle deck, which it won't tell me what bloated is. I mean, maybe that's something you could look at from game development standpoint, is that it's hard to get to what that card actually is. The drink gives me slurred speech, which I can't get to either. I see that it is a hyperlink, but it just won't let you get to that. So, oh, that sucks. They won't even let you file for employment because of your last name and the letter that it starts with. That's terrible. But at least you get, I mean, Tuesday, tomorrow. You could file tomorrow. Maybe try, like, if you're up real late at night, like 12:01, when there's not a lot of people. And maybe that'll help. So, buy a drink, helps with your negotiation. Eat, but both my health pools are pretty high right now. Let's look at what cards they have. So, she's got 3 cards. All of them will once negotiation to her battle. These are all destroy after uses. So, I think I'm going to not buy cards that are destroy after use. The one thing I can do. We're gonna head over there. Yeah, it'll just delay you a day, which is not the worst thing in the world. Okay. Looks like I'm going to have to battle. It's a 3-star. I'm taking 11 damage right off the bat. So if I can apply 8 defense to myself. Let's see what kind of card I get. Well, I don't have any way of using the combo yet. Let's resume. So maybe I leave it and I wait until I get a card that can use the combo. So if I had it in here, I could use it with this combination card. Is a guarantee. So average on here is 6, but as an upside of 8. Oh, I didn't see that. I could have used Hammer Grip off of this card, and then, but if I take Hammer Grip and don't use it, it'll be in my deck. So potentially drawing it. So here, I can gain 2 combo, and then deal 1 bonus damage per combo spell. And then hopefully I can 5 damage is coming. Oh. Damage is coming to that guy. Honestly, I don't really care if he gets all the way down to almost dying. So I'll buy myself another combo card, and I'll improvise a card for my pool. Cripple reduces the damage by 33%. So okay, cool. Looks like we're most of the way into getting him to surrender. And that'll be a bonus damage from combo. Stab. I don't know what's going on here.